Hello everyone, how are you doing? I'm doing great because I'm finally getting around to talking about Isaac, my favorite side character in Castlevania. The main three in this show are really great. I love Trevor and his relationship with Cypher, and I just want Alucard to have a happy, peaceful life full of friends and family and good times. But of the colorful cast of side characters, I am a preacher of Isaac's supremacy. However, as I was preparing to make this video, I did think that Hector deserves his own video, so that will come next week. Which makes this video the beginning of a two-part series on the Forgemasters of Castlevania. And I just want to begin with saying that Forgemaster is a really cool title and an interesting choice of words for wizards who can turn dead bodies into pretty creepy monsters that do their bidding. And of course, being gorgeous and having cool outfits adds to the whole vibe. Isaac always looks good, and I'm a particular fan of this white cloak he adds to his ensemble while traveling from Northern Africa to Styria. But I'm getting ahead of myself here. Let's start at the beginning. We first meet Isaac in Season 2. He and Hector are two of Dracula's closest advisors and a key part of his plan to eliminate humankind. Of course, Dracula wishes to do this because his beloved wife was burned at the stake by members of the church, and so he blames every single human for the loss of such an incredible woman. Isaac's motivations are a little different. He despises humankind because of the intense suffering he experienced as a slave and the brutality with which his master treated him, even after telling the man that he loved him. The first step in what will become a quest to kill all the humans in the world begins with his master, which gives him freedom for the first time in his life. But his plan is only truly formalized when he teams up with Dracula, who always treated him fairly and with respect, unlike any human. When we're first introduced to Isaac, he is cold, calm, and controlled. He is protective of Dracula and vigilant over the vampires and their squabbling. I definitely got the impression he doesn't have a very high opinion of the vampires either. I think Isaac cares little for everyone except for Dracula, whom he loves. There might have been room in his heart for Hector, but when his fellow Forgemaster betrays the Lord of Vampires, he vows to kill him. Let's take a moment here to compare the two Forgemasters. Take a look at Hector's lair as compared to Isaac's. He's got zombie puppies running around and a kind of cozy, homey vibe, while Isaac's personal space looks like he operates out of a dungeon. And he understands that Dracula means to kill all the humans in the world and is fully on board. Hector, on the other hand, would rather control humans and limit their numbers as opposed to killing them all, which is what leads him to betraying Dracula and teaming up with Camilla and Godbrand. Speaking of Godbrand, the scene where Isaac kills him is excellent, and I love the display of skill on Isaac's part. He is more than just a wizard. He can beat your ass too. Isaac's battle against Carmilla was also a highlight of Castlevania, and I'm glad he was able to get his vengeance on the vampires that betrayed his mentor. Though, by the time he kills Carmilla, it's not so much about revenge as what is acceptable and not acceptable in the world he wishes to live in. Now feels like the perfect time to discuss his character arc throughout the run of Castlevania. As I mentioned before, when we first meet Isaac, he's cold, menacing, and basically hates everyone in the world, except for Dracula and the creatures he creates, which are animated by a soul from hell. At the end of Season 2, when Trevor, Alucard, and Cypher arrive to kill Dracula, he's committed to saving his friend and commander, but Dracula uses his magic mirror to send Isaac away from danger, because he loves him too. And Isaac is left with his thoughts and rage and sadness, and probably wondering what he should do next. And then a group of horsemen come upon him and remind him why and how much he hates humankind.
Is that really the best you have? Your best response to finding a lone stranger drinking at an oasis? Call him it, and immediately draw plans to sell him or eat him.
So he murders them and comes to a conclusion.
I could have an army of my own. I might like an army.
And so begins the next phase of his journey. Build an army, and then, first on the agenda, murdering Hector, the betrayer. At the beginning of Season 3, he has a rather pleasant experience with a shop owner who gifts him with his own magic mirror that shows him where Hector is. And this friendly old man even gets Isaac to laugh. Just as he might be thinking perhaps humans aren't so bad after all, he steps out of the shop to be greeted by a city guard that refuses to let him and his monsters pass through, even when he promises he will harm no one. Faced with this obstinate belligerence, he has no choice but to kill them all. And since he's on his way to Styria, he needs a boat and is able to rent one from a rather bold and friendly captain. During this journey, Isaac and the captain bond and discuss a number of things, causing Isaac to question his life and the path he has chosen. Once again, perhaps Isaac is beginning to think humans aren't so bad. During the climax of Season 3, Isaac and his night creature army attack a town being built by mind-controlled zombie townspeople. The whole scene is epic and interspaced with climactic moments for all the key characters, including Hector getting lost in Lenore's source and binding himself to her. He really is very gullible. At the end of the season, Isaac is the only character in a good place. He has won an epic battle and defeated a powerful foe, and enjoys the satisfaction of that victory, feeling the world is his for the taking. Meanwhile, Hector is trapped, Alucard is betrayed and deeply hurt, and Trevor and Cypher are reeling from the revelation that city official Mayor Dude was actually a child murderer. In Season 4, Isaac continues his quest of self-discovery and decides to stay in the town and complete its construction. For probably the first time in his life, he is relaxed, with loads of open time, and is focused primarily on building something. I think this has a massive effect on him, and we see him enjoying life's simple pleasures, like fruit and conversation and the realization of a simple dream. In this case, the construction of the town. Instead of murder, he and his monsters are taking it easy. Well, not easy, but you know what I mean. Him and the monsters are realizing that there is more to life than simply fighting and battle or fulfilling the dreams of others, which for Isaac at first was his master and then Dracula, though of course Dracula didn't treat him the way the master did. Isaac has the space to wonder what his own dream would be. Through his conversations with the night creature imbued with the soul of a philosopher who betrayed his friends, was killed anyway, and now wants vengeance, he begins to envision a different kind of future, begins to think of more than just revenge. As he says to Hector when they finally meet again,
I am not here to kill you. What? You and I, Hector, we have been children. Revenge is for children. It is our duty to grow up. Don't you think?
And so now he no longer seeks vengeance, but conquest. He seeks to create and rule and build. He seeks the fulfillment of his own dream, and wants to do that with Hector, as brothers and friends. which truly shows his growth. He recognizes that Hector was put in the same position and used in the same ways that he was. And now he seeks to enjoy his life more and not simply fulfill the wishes of others, even Dracula. He seeks the satisfaction of making his own vision, his own dream, a reality. And isn't that the most human of desires? And that's it for this video. Sorry it's a bit late. Next up is Hector, so be sure to subscribe so you're notified when it's up. I hope you all liked this video, and if you did, please like, share and subscribe. I'm Kayla. Have a great day. Bye.